are you kind of navigating that right now with your clients of, planning for 2021 during this time of uncertainty?
Yeah. So the biggest piece of advice I can give to all dealers, and it doesn't matter whether it's 2020, it doesn't matter whether it was 2008, it doesn't matter any of those things. The biggest mistake we've made in this industry is we look at it so finite. We look at it in 30-day windows and 30-day cycles, and we've programmed ourselves to make decisions that are ultimately going to impact the 30-day
Hmm.
without thinking about how those decisions are going to impact us on an infinite playing field. So Simon Sinek wrote a book called The Infinite Game. It's an incredible book. Everyone should read it and apply it into their dealerships. So planning for 2021 should really be like, how do we create plans for all scenarios moving forward so that we can stay in this game of business forever? That's the
Exactly.
goal.
Right.
How do we make decisions today that are going to keep us in the game? Because COVID, recession, depression, war, pandemics, all of
Hmm.
these things are
Hmm.
seasons. They have come to pass. So we have to start thinking bigger. How do I create an ecosystem that no matter what we get hit with, we're prepared? And that falls along with what you're talking about, Jason. You've got to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. You have to be ready to execute on these plans. You have to have communicated these plans. These plans have to be in writing. They can't just run around and hang
Oh,
out in
that's
your head.
the most
It
important.
has to be 100% mapped out. What if something happens to you? I don't want to
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
morbid or nothing,
No, no,
but
you're,
if
you're
you've
right. You're
got
right.
brilliant plans and you go down, then what? How many people lose because you didn't take the time to map out the strategy? So, plan A, plan B, plan C, it's almost like navigating through the jungle, right? Like you got to be prepared for lions, elephants, snakes, tigers, bears, but you also got to be ready to reap the rewards, the gold when you find the gold in the Egyptian tomb or whatnot. You have to be able to be prepared to take that home and celebrate all of your wins along the way. But I think ultimately the biggest thing that I've been talking to my dealers about is, dude, let's not make decisions today. Like, oh, there were so many dealers right
Hmm.
at the beginning of the
Hmm.
pandemic that like fired half their people or more. And I was like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? And then fast forward, they regret it because they lost great talented
Oh,
individuals
for
to their
sure.
competitors, but they made a finite decision, freaked out, made the decision, and now they regret it later. So slow down, take a deep breath, and don't say, okay, what are we going to do for the next 30 days? Start asking yourself, what are we going to do for the next to make sure we're in this game for the next 30 years?